Today, we're diving into a question that so many women feel, even if they don't always say it out loud. It's that little voice in the back of your mind, a feeling that comes from generations of unspoken rules and expectations.
Just let that sink in for a second. Are women born just to please others? This is really the heart of what we're talking about today. It's more than a question, it's a challenge to a system of unwritten rules we've been following for, well, forever.
So where does this whole feeling even come from? It usually starts quietly, right? It's that internal voice that asks, okay, but where am I in all of this? And to really get it, we've got to go all the way back to the beginning, to the things we all hear as kids.
From the time we're little, it's like we're handed this invisible script. Girls are taught a very specific set of rules, and we hear these phrases over and over. And what's the one thing they all have in common? They're all about your duty to someone else.
And right there, that's the piece that's always missing. With all this focus on making sure the family is happy, the husband is happy, the kids are happy, who is stopping to ask the most important question of all? What about her happiness?
You see, all those little phrases you hear growing up, they aren't random. They're actually the building blocks of something much, much bigger. They create this powerful, invisible social script that pretty much dictates how we're supposed to live our lives, often without us even realizing it.
And I mean, look at this. The difference is just so stark, isn't it? The script is totally different depending on your gender. For boys, it's all about action. Be strong, go out and provide, protect. But for girls, it's all about giving something up, sacrifice, adjust your needs, and just smile through it. Two completely different maps for life, right from the start.
And it's not like this script just disappears when you grow up. Oh no, it actually gets stronger. It just gets a new outfit for every stage of your life. As a daughter, as a wife, as a mother, the expectation to put everyone else first is just repackaged. The core message never, ever changes.
So if you boil it all down, you get to this really damaging, unwritten rule that's at the center of it all. A woman's happiness isn't good enough on its own. It's only considered valid, only counts, if it's making someone else happy. Your joy literally needs someone else's approval. Now, this script creates a massive amount of what we call emotional work. This is all the labor that's happening 24/7 in the background, the kind that you never get paid for, and often you don't even get a thank you for it. This emotional load is this constant, invisible job of managing everyone else's feelings. You know what I'm talking about? It's being the family's shock absorber, the person who smooths things over at work, the one who's always keeping the peace. It is absolutely exhausting, and it's a burden women carry far more often. I mean, think about this. It's such a common scenario. A simple routine, like a meal, gets delayed. And what's the first question? It's not, hey, are you okay? It's, what happened? The immediate concern is about the task that didn't get done, not the person who was supposed to do it.
But then, what happens when the tables are turned? When she's the one who needs help? How often does she hear, don't worry about a thing. You just rest, we've got this. This contrast says it all, right? Her caregiving is treated like a duty, but her need for care is treated like an inconvenience.
Okay, so we've laid out the script and the invisible work it creates, but just knowing the problem isn't enough. The real shift happens when we start talking about the solution, and that begins with completely redefining what we even mean when we say a woman is strong.
You know, for centuries, society has pushed this one idea. We've been told that a woman's greatest strength, her highest virtue, is her ability to sacrifice. It's been praised, glorified, and held up as the ideal.
But we really have to stop and ask ourselves, is that it? Is strength really just about how much of yourself you can give away? Or is there a different kind of strength, a deeper kind, that we've been taught to ignore?
So let's flip that on its head. What if true strength isn't self-sacrifice at all, but self-love? It's the totally radical idea of treating yourself with the exact same care, rest, and respect that you give out so freely to everyone else. And let's be clear, this isn't selfish, it's necessary. It's survival.
Now, I know this might sound great in theory, but you might be thinking, how do I actually do that? Well, the good news is real change doesn't start with some giant, dramatic leap. It starts with small, everyday actions that end up creating a huge ripple effect.
And this is how it works. It starts today, with one woman just learning to say no to something. And that one small act gives permission to another woman tomorrow to live her life without feeling guilty. When a mom takes just 30 minutes for herself today, she's teaching her daughter for tomorrow that her life is her own to build. See, these little things aren't just for you. They're lessons for the next generation.
And this is super important. This is not just a woman's issue. We can't rewrite these deep-seated rules alone. This is absolutely a shared responsibility, and it's going to take all of us to change the script for good.
And for the men listening, this is a simple but really profound shift in thinking. It's about moving away from a mindset of giving permission. Because permission implies there's a boss, a hierarchy. The goal is to move towards true partnership, which is built on a foundation of total equality.
So what does real partnership actually look like day to day? It means you're her biggest supporter in the choices she makes. It means you respect her as an individual, not just as a collection of roles she plays. And this is a big one. It means you honor her no with the exact same weight and respect as you honor her yes. It's about mutual respect, not one-sided decisions.
Which brings us right back to where we started. After everything we've talked about, the invisible scripts, the emotional load, and this new idea of strength, what's the answer to that big question? The answer is a clear, confident, absolute no. Women are not born to be supporting characters in someone else's story. We are born to discover who we are, to live for ourselves, and to chase our own dreams.
So if you take away just one thing today, please let it be this. Your happiness is not smaller than anyone else's. It's not less important. It deserves to be a priority, not something you get to after everyone else is taken care of. Thanks for listening.